Have you ever looked at Chinese characters and just seen this beautiful but totally impenetrable wall of strokes and lines? It can feel pretty overwhelming, right? But what if I told you that inside every single one of those characters, there's a hidden logic, a story just waiting for you to find it? Well, let's dive in and crack that code together. I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? It's the first thing that comes to mind for pretty much anyone curious about Chinese. You hear thousands of unique symbols, and your brain just pictures this impossible memory game. Honestly, where would you even start? You start right here. It's all about shifting your perspective. See, instead of seeing a bunch of random lines, you're going to start seeing pictures, you're going to see ideas, and you're going to see building blocks. The secret isn't about memorizing thousands of things. It's about understanding the story. So, how does this actually work? Let's get practical. We're going to follow the journey of just one single simple idea. And for this little explainer, our main character, our protagonist, is a tree. And believe me, it's the key that's going to unlock everything else for us. Okay, so meet our hero, the character Mu, which is pronounced Mu. You can literally see the picture it came from, right? That long vertical line in the middle, that's the trunk. And those other strokes coming off the sides, those are the branches reaching out. It's not some abstract symbol. It's basically a little drawing of a tree. So simple, so elegant, and this is our starting point. All right, so we've got one tree. What happens when you want to talk about, more than one tree? This is where the beautiful logic of Chinese characters really starts to shine. It's so intuitive, you're going to love this. Just watch how this builds. You start with one tree, Mu. Now, put another one right next to it, and boom, you get Lin, pronounced Lin. That means a grove or some woods. Makes perfect sense. But what if you want to talk about a huge, dense forest? Well, in Chinese, the number 3 is often used to mean many or a lot. So you just stack 3 trees together and you get san, sin, a forest. Just like that, we went from a single tree to a whole forest just by repeating the picture. Okay, so that's repetition, super easy. The next trick is modification. What happens when you take our base character, our tree, and just add one tiny little detail? Well, everything changes. Check these two out. On the left, you've got huan, bun. See that little horizontal line I added at the very bottom of the tree? It's pointing right at the ground, marking the roots. So this character means root or origin. Now look at the one on the right. Guo, guo. This time we added a little boxy shape up at the top, kind of like a piece of fruit hanging from the branches, and that's exactly what it means, fruit, or sometimes result. The location of that one little addition completely flips the meaning. How cool is that? Let's try another one. What happens if you take our tree, Mu, and just draw a box all the way around it? You get this character, Kun, Kun. The visual story here is just so immediate, so powerful. A tree's growth is totally restricted. It's boxed in. And so this character means to be trapped, or to be in a predicament, or to be facing some difficulty. You can almost feel the meaning just by looking at the picture. Now this one's a little more complex, but the story is still totally there. This is Diao, Tiao. It's made up of a few different parts. Down at the bottom, there's our tree. Up in the top left, that little stroke represents a branch. And that symbol on the right, Yo, well, that's an old character for a hand. So what's the story here? A hand is pulling a branch from a tree, and the character means branch. Or it's used to describe things that are long and thin, like a branch. All right, so we've seen repetition and we've seen modification. The final piece of this puzzle is combination. This is where you take 2 completely separate characters, each with its own meaning, and you put them together to create a brand new idea. It's kind of like a recipe. Let's look at a few of these recipes. In the first row, we're combining the little component for a person with our tree, Mu. The result is Xu. It's literally a picture of a person leaning against a tree, and it means to rest. Makes perfect sense. The second one is really clever. Combine the character for a door, Men, with our tree, Mu. You get Xian. The story here is that a tree has grown up in the doorway, which means no one's coming or going. The place is idle, you've got leisure time. And finally, let's combine that person component with Ben, our character for root. You get T. What's a person's root? Their foundation. It's their body. So there you have it. In just a couple of minutes, by following the story of one single tree, we've unlocked the logic behind a whole bunch of different characters. You've now seen how they can build, combine, and tell these amazing little stories. And that's the crucial takeaway here. Chinese characters are not just a random collection of strokes that you have to brutally memorize. They're this incredible logical system of building blocks. And once you understand the story behind the core components, like our good friend the tree, you really do have the key to figuring out so many others. And now it's your turn to be the code cracker. On the screen is a new character from our tree family. Using all the logic we just explored, what story do you think this one is telling? Let us know what you think it means and its pronunciation in the comments below. Every single character has a story, and now you know how to read them. Thanks for watching.